They got it, y'all. What up, what up? How you feel? Let me put this picture up so we can get started. What we talking about today? It's Writer Wednesday, y'all. Writer Wednesday. Yes, let's go. What's wrong, 40? You okay?
You're not turning nothing on for us.
He gonna turn something on after his turn is over. Then y'all can watch something. What up, y'all? How you feel? It's Merch Life J, motivational, inspirational speaker for parentpreneurs across the globe, man. We in here for Merch Life Publishing right now. Turn that down a little bit. Just because I say you can leave it on doesn't mean turn it up. So yeah, we in here for Merch Life Publishing right now, you guys. Today is Writer Wednesday, man, and I just want to talk to you about how easy it is to put your kids on, man. How easy it is to position them with literature, to position them to be paid for the rest of their lives. To be paid for the rest of their lives, man. How easy is that? It's as easy as this. Hold up. It's as easy as this, man. Now, this is part 2 to My Mother Is, right? This is a children's book that I wrote, and it has the likeness of my children actually in the book, right? That's one way they can be paid. This is part 1. Now, it says not for resale because this is the proof copy of this book. However, I had this for years. It's all tattered. So, My Mother Is part 1. My son is actually the co-author of this book. And when I say co-author, he didn't actually take a pen to a paper and write anything. He actually gave me a couple pages out of this book through us having a conversation about the book being in existence, right? So everything in the book rhymes, and it wasn't that hard to get the words out of him. I just wanted him to, give me some addition to what I already had. And it was his idea to even write the book, right? That's one thing. So when you do that, you want to put an about the author page of your child inside of the book. If you look at rappers like Nas made his daughter an executive producer of the album Illmatic. Illmatic came out in like the early 90s. I don't want to misquote the date, but it came out in the early 90s. His daughter was a baby, an infant, like still drinking a bottle. Understand how powerful that is. This woman has been paid royalties every single year, her entire life, off of some work that her father did when she was a baby. So it's not only just about generational wealth. It's about building generational wealth past a point that you don't even have to build it anymore. Imagine putting your grandchildren's likeness in a book, and the book becomes a bestseller. Whether it becomes a bestseller or not, it's still available to be purchased for the rest of your life, for the rest of your children's lives, and the rest of your children's lives. This is like setting up a trust, a stock, a bond for your children. It only makes sense to involve them in your literary endeavors because they're already going to benefit from it on the front end. But when they have their likeness in a book, or they are a co-author of a book or an owner of the book, man, that's a whole different story, man. Because you have 7 different ways to create income off of your literature. You got the ebook, the paperback book, the hardcover. You got the audio book. You have licensing your book, which is basically allowing someone else to distribute your book. You still get paid for it, but it's like say if I gave you a 2-year, you can license this book, My Mother Is 2, for 2 years. So for 2 years, you can sell it as many times as you want. But I'm going to charge you a certain amount in order to license it for that time period. That's another form of income that you can make off of the book. Also, if you have a book with fictional characters in it, those characters can now become a video game. They can now become a cartoon. They can now become a comic book. They can now become physical toys, stuffed animals. They can become stickers. You can create merch off of your book. It's so many different ways that you can create income off of writing one book. And I'll tell you how quickly I wrote these. It took me about 20 minutes to write this book, and I'm going to read it real fast just so you know how simple a children's book can be and how easy it is to compose one. If you ever freestyled in the car on a long ride, you can write a children's book. My mother is the best. I give her my respect. My mother feeds me dinner. I always clean my mess. My mother is amazing. She never gets upset. My mother keeps me safe. And she makes sure I get my rest. My mother, she is gentle. My mother, she is caring. My mother does not like when I get food on what I'm wearing. My mother, she is smart. She teaches me a lot. She says, stay out my kitchen. You know these pots are hot. My mother is a queen. My mother isn't average. If you mess with her kids, my mother is a savage. Get excited. So do you see how quickly that book could have been composed? Do you understand how fast you can get this done and get it illustrated and get it published? And then, to be honest with you, you really don't even need an illustrator. This book was made with the app on my phone called PixArt. I took real pictures of my sister and her children, real pictures, and then turned them into cartoons with an app on my phone. Don't make becoming an author super duper complicated. It's simple, just like everything else. There's going to be challenges. Yes, there's going to be, adversity, but there's adversity in anything that's worth it, man. You must go through the courtship process if you want to get the. Well, listen, man, I'm gonna keep it G-rated, but you already know. So yeah, that is how that right there is how you get your kids involved with your literature and make sure that they can become writers too, they can become authors too, they can become illustrators too, they can become a part of what's going on, so that when you're long gone, they don't have to depend on someone else's dream or have to go beg someone can they get money with them, or have to go to school for 20 years to compete with people that went to school for 20 years. Being an author is like learning a trade, except for you're not paying somebody else for the work that you're doing, and you're getting paid repeatedly for something you did one time, man. Get excited. I'm Merch Life J, motivational, inspirational speaker for parentpreneurs across the globe. This is Merch Life Publishing. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Subscribe to Merch Life Publishing on YouTube. You the best. Enjoy your day, man.